Hi, I'm Katelyn Workman and welcome to my YouTube channel where I empower and encourage other photographers. Today I have with me my husband and second shooter, Will.
Hey guys, today we want to give you 4 tips to take the best engagement photos.
First, most important is to make sure you prepare your couple really well. Most people are really nervous about having their pictures taken because they've never done this before. Sometimes what they think is going to look good is not necessarily what is actually going to photograph well. Locations that they think are really pretty are not actually very photogenic, and so it's your job to make sure you prepare them really well and make sure that you educate them really well. Some things that I do are sometimes I'll send a style guide, I'll send outfit inspiration, just depending on how much guidance they need, and I'll help them choose a great location. Sometimes I'll start by asking them like what is significant to them, just sending a couple of different options or different things like that. But make sure that you are like really communicating well with them to help prepare them for a great session.
Yeah, I think the second thing, and I think the most important thing that you need to do when you're at an engagement session is getting to know your couple. I think that you're building trust with them and you're really getting to know who they are because you're going to be a really important part of their wedding day. When we've had friends that got married, we've said that when you're the photographer, you spend more time with the bride and groom than if you're a part of the wedding party. So it's really important that you really build trust and get to know them and really become friends with them during the engagement session. And that helps like really make them feel comfortable when you get to know them. So ask those questions about what they do, what they're passionate about, how they met, all of that stuff to really get to know them personally.
Yeah, this is a big reason why he comes to engagement sessions with me. It's his job to really connect with the guy because guys do not like having their picture taken. They feel awkward. So he just like makes friends with them, and that way they feel really comfortable on the wedding day.
And then when I do groomsmen pictures, they actually like look forward to me coming because they know me rather than like dreading, yeah, she hired some photographer that we don't know and we're frustrated that we have to do pictures. Then they like actually know who's coming and they feel comfortable with me.
Yeah, exactly. So getting, like he said, getting to know your couple is like really the most important part. And I joke with our couples that I could take all of the pictures that they would need in like 5 minutes because we've had to do it before. But the most important thing with the engagement session is just building that trust and getting to know them so that they feel really comfortable on the wedding day.
Building confidence, number 3, is really important, especially for the guy. They're going into the engagement session feeling a little awkward, feeling uncomfortable, feeling like they don't know how to do this. We may do this very regularly, but they don't. And so this is something that's very new to them. They may take a picture here and there for their social media, but they don't spend an hour usually on just them getting their picture taking and doing these poses. And we do things that kind of seem silly in the moment. Once we get them feeling comfortable, like we'll tell them to run or twirl and do things like that you really have to build their confidence and make them feel really comfortable before you do some of those creative things that maybe they would feel silly doing if they didn't already feel like they were getting really beautiful photos and feeling confident about themselves.
Yeah, exactly. You have to like really be their cheerleader and like really hype them up and like, you're amazing. Like I get really excited. I get way too into it, but you want to do that. You want to make them feel like they're supermodels because then they're going to start to feel more comfortable and more confident if you do that. You really need to encourage them. I say this often, but there have been multiple times when I'm taking a couple's picture and like I line it all up and like they look great and I take the picture and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the one. This is going to be the one that's on the fireplace, right? And then it is the one that they print and put above their fireplace. And sometimes it's not that great.
Yeah, it's not the best picture.
It's not, I mean, it's great, but it's not the best picture that I took, but because I told them that and I made them feel that in the moment, they believed it later.
Yeah.
So you really have to make them feel amazing.
Because they remember that feeling, like more than anything, they remember feeling like, oh, this was so romantic, or I felt so confident, or just feeling like I knew this was going to be an amazing picture because that's how Katelyn and Will made me feel.
Yeah, exactly. The last thing is to make sure that you have a good posing flow. That's going to really ensure that they feel confident. And it's also going to give you the ability to take all the pictures that they need in 5 minutes, like I mentioned, which is really helpful on wedding days. If you have no idea what I mean when I say posing flow, then please download my free guide. It's KatelynWorkmanPhotography.com/posing freebie. And it has a few examples and it just kind of like lays this out for you and talks through our posing guide. That will be really helpful for you guys. Basically with a posing flow, instead of just like saying, okay, stand there, smile at the camera and taking one picture and then moving them to another spot and saying, okay, we're going to do this pose. You put them in a pose and then you just flow into several other poses. And it just continues to make them feel comfortable and confident, which I think is really, really important.
And it shows them that you know what you're doing. When you feel really comfortable and confident and you show them that you're making them feel beautiful and making them feel like you know what you're doing and making them feel confident, then that flow really makes them feel that confidence and trust that they need to have in you.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope that these 4 tips to capture the best engagement photos were helpful. Please let me know if you try any of them, or if you have any further questions about engagement sessions, please just drop it below in the comments, and make sure that you guys subscribe so that you can see our video next week. Bye guys.
See you next time.
Hi.
Wait, I wasn't. It's not even what I was supposed to say.
Nope.